I collected 17 postcards to illustrate the thematic journey of partner cities beyond the Common network. So how they moved away from Budapest 100 as a European level good practice to different public policies, and how they started to use the good practice as an urban development tool. So most importantly, how they moved away from revalorization of built environment to place branding and used the good practice in neighborhood level through storytelling. So the core question I would like to highlight is that what policies can be stimulated through the good practice, and what is the added value of the Common network. And this is important for any city to understand what they can achieve through the implementation of the good practice. Because indeed, despite of the negative effect of the pandemic situation we faced during the project, city partners started to use the good practice as an urban development tool. And it was a great opportunity for involved municipalities to rethink not only cultural heritage, but to understand how public services are delivered and how public spaces function. And they also understood that Budapest 100 is a very efficient tool to initiate an urban discussion about the future of our cities. But first, let's have a joint understanding about the innovative character of the Budapest 100. The first one is that it creates an emotional engagement, and it's very successful because everyone is keen on looking behind the scenes. So it works based on a very simple effect. But it works and it's addressing a very complex issue in a very simple and cheap way. So through the revalorization of our heritage, it is able to mobilize citizens, foster civilian power, and initiate a discussion. Budapest 100 is a kind of neutral space to foster neighborliness or social capital. And it also brings people together with different social backgrounds and generations. And as I partly mentioned, one of the key features of the good practice that it creates conditions for stakeholders, including citizens as equal participants to initiate discussion on urban revival and to effectively and creatively shape urban environment and policies for better impacts. So all in all, Budapest 100 is an efficient urban acupuncture, and if it's managed well, it can be a symbolic project to initiate a snowball effect in your neighborhood or in your city. So there is four key issues how partner cities moved away from the original good practice. The first one is that they reflected not on nice city centers and nice buildings, but on dissonant heritage. So for example, on post-war heritage in Varaždin and Plasencia, fascist buildings in Forli, prefabricated housing estates in Hungary, in Őrmező, and industrial heritage in Targovec, Warsaw. Secondly, it also provides a great framework to explore other types of heritage, like urban green spaces, for example. Thirdly, it works through participatory approaches and co-creation and placemaking on a super local level. So within, for example, your own courtyard, in different patios of the different buildings. So residents can start this process in a super local level as well. And most importantly, using the good practice on neighborhood level with the aim of to rebrand the neighborhood, and by using storytelling. Most likely this is the most important policy spillover we faced during the project. So place branding based on storytelling with centered the lived experiences of local community members. And this is important because people care and value their own city and public spaces better when they have emotional connection and ownership of public spaces creates better responsible citizens, and responsible citizens take care of their environment, and this leads to more sustainable cities. Thank you very much.